Hello and welcome. Let's imagine API is like your food order. Now, what you want exactly is like the method. In the last session, we discussed about HTTP methods, get, post, put, patch, delete, etc. So what exactly you want? Do you want to read data? Do you want to create some data? Do you want to update or delete some data? That exactly is decided by the method. So in this case, you want to order the food. So that is what exactly you want. Now, the filters you want on your order, like you would say that I want medium spicy or less spicy. So all this will be the parameters or the filters. We call it as query parameters in APIs, and this we goes along with the request. Then we have the headers, which are like instructions for the server. So we can decide what language, what format we want to send our request, or what language format we want to receive the response. All this comes under headers. These are the extra information or metadata that we send along with our request. And the body is your actual order details, which will contain your actual data or actual request, according to which the server will create and send the response. Okay, so today we will understand about query parameters, headers and request body. These are very simple, but I wanted to have a session so that you understand it very clearly. So in the last session we have seen the different HTTP methods. So what do you want to do? You want to read or create or update or delete the data. All that is decided by the HTTP methods: get, post, put, delete, patch, etc. Now how do you control the request? This will be decided by our headers, query parameters and the request body. So let's see how this works. Let us start with query parameters, and these are the filters that we send along with our request, and these are mostly sent in the URL. So let's see an example. Let's go to Postman and create a new request. So I will open my Postman. You can also do hands-on along with me, and let's just create a new request here. Now in this request, let us go to our JSON placeholder fake APIs that we are using, and here I will go to, let's say I'll go to comments. So I'm going here and this shows me all the comments. Okay, now you can see here this is our base URL until here, and after this you can see a question mark. This is how we start the query parameters, and then we can give the query parameters or the filters like user ID equals 1. So this tells the server that from this resource posts, I want the post that has the user ID 1. So if I go here, you can see these are all the comments. Let's say I will go to some particular email, let's say this one. Okay, and in the URL I will say, so this is our base URL. Okay, this is our base URL. I will give a question mark here, and then I will give the filter. This is the key equals the value, which is this email, and hit enter, and you can see I have got this particular request. We have got this particular response filtered by the query parameters. Let me just copy this same URL and go to my Postman, and this is a get request. So I have already selected get here, and I will copy the URL and say send, and you can see we have got the response here. We have got that particular comment which has this particular email. Okay, so this is how we add the query parameters. And now if you see, if you go to the parameters tab here, you can see this is what has already come here: email and the key and the value which we have given here. Okay, so you can see if I remove it from here, it goes from here in the parameters, and as I add it in the URL, it comes here, and this works both ways. So if I just remove it from here and I go to the key, I go to the parameter section here and add the key email, you can see in the URL it is getting added here, and the value, so it has got added in the URL here, and I can use it like this. Okay, so these are the filters that we apply to our request to get some specific data. And you can think of the Amazon search. When you do a search for Amazon, and let's say you are searching for shoes, you can apply some filters like the brand, the price, range, etc., and accordingly you will get your results. So all these filters, all these parameters gets added to your URL, and these are the query parameters. Okay, and we can have single query parameter and multi query parameters as well. So what we have seen just now was a single query parameter. So make sure that it always starts with a question mark and then the key and value. And when you have multiple query parameters, it will again start with question mark, but then the different query parameters will be separated by a and symbol. Okay, question mark comes only once, and then the and symbol, it will keep on adding. We can keep on adding and symbol as many parameters as we have. So this is some common mistakes beginners do. They keep on adding question mark, but this comes only once. Okay, so you can also try this here. So let's say I can also say here, this is post ID. I can say and post ID equals 1, and I will hit enter, and you can see I am getting the same thing. If I give something else like post ID and post ID equals 2, this is not pointing to any data, therefore we are getting an empty data here. All right, so you can see an example. This is a single query parameter, and then this is a multiple query parameters where we are filtering the comments with post ID 1 and ID equals 5. You can try more of these in your Postman. Now let's talk about headers. So headers are the extra information we send with our request, and you may have seen some common headers like content type and accept. So content type header tells the server what format are you sending your request in. So for example, if you say content type application JSON, it tells the server that you are sending a JSON data. So if you go to your Postman, and let's say I go to any of my earlier requests, this is my post request, and if you go to the headers section here you can see we have got these headers. So there are some headers which are auto generated, and then you can also add some of your own headers, and you can see this content type header which says application JSON, and it can be others as well. So I can also go here and say I can add more headers, like say I say content type, and then here you can see XML, JSON, JavaScript, all these YAML, DTD, different options are here for values. Okay, and then accept header will tell the server that you want the response in some particular format. So if you want the response in JSON, you will say accept application JSON. So you can use this. You can see here it is accept, and here we are saying */*. That means we can accept the response in any format, but if you want a particular format or language, that also you can define here in the accept header. So you can see there are different types of headers. You can say cache control, Postman token, content type, content length, host, user agent, etc. So this will be based on your APIs and what exactly you want, all the extra information you want to send. So accordingly you can send all this in the headers. So think of a box you are sending, in that you can have some labels like fragile. So that will be like a header where you are telling the person or whoever is handling the box that this is, you have to handle it with care. Okay, so address will be the URL, the actual content of the box will be the body, and the labels on the box will be the headers. Okay, so these are the headers, and these are the extra information that we send with our request. Now then we have the request body. So this is the actual data that we send to the server, or the actual data of our request that the server checks, processes, and then sends us the response. And we generally send the body in post, put, and patch HTTP methods, or post, put, and patch requests. We have seen this in the last session also. In case of post, put, and patch, we have sent the body here, and then you can see in the body, when we send the body, we have all these different options form data, form URL encoded, raw, etc. And then we have these languages and formats here. Okay, so based on your body that you want to send, you can decide what you want to select for the body types. So it can be a raw JSON, that is most common. Then if you are uploading a file, you can select form data. For form submission, you can select form URL encoded. So all these options are there. According to what you want, you can select the types for your body. So like you are filling an online form, so here the URL will be, the website will be your URL, the instructions will be like your headers, and the actual data that you fill in the form will be like the body. Okay, so we have now understood the query parameters are the filters that we send along with our request. The headers are the extra information, and it tells us how we should, how the server will handle the request, what format we are sending, what format we want, etc. And the body is the actual data. So you can also take the quiz. You will find the link in the description, and let me know your score. I hope this was very useful. Thank you for watching, and never stop learning.